This video is going to show you how to essentially make the bars you need for the different graphs for the Riemann sum approximations of your project, and also how to make the lines that connect it. So here I just have a mini table where we have your time of 0, 1, 2, 3. And I just put in some random numbers saying, okay, this is your speed of 2, this is your speed of 3, this is your speed of 5, this is your speed of 4. As you can see currently on the graph that there are no lines connecting this. That can simply be changed by hovering over this piece here where you see the big blue dot with the little dots on it. If you click and hold, it brings up these options. So you can change the type of dot you have. You have a solid dot, you have an open dot, you can have X's. I like open dots, so I'm just partial to that because I think it's easier to see. But then you see this thing down here where it says lines. You click and you're given lines. And you can even choose what type of line connects it. It can either be a solid line, a dashed line, or a dotted line. I think in my representation you saw a dashed line. So, okay, so now I've connected those, which is great, but now I need to make my rectangles. So we need to first limit the actual height of the rectangle. So if I look here, I see my first y value is 2. So to make my first y value, I go 0 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 2. So you see it gives me a very large, very infinite rectangle in all directions. And then we need to put a restriction on that by saying open brace, it's shift bracket if you're wondering, 0 is less than x is less than 1. Now I'm stopping at 1 because that's where my next data point is going to be. And you can see the rectangle I made, if I zoom in a little bit, goes, the left-hand point touches at 0 and then stops at 1. Now the good news is you don't have to necessarily type this code over and over and over again in order to get it to work. You can simply copy and then paste it. It'll create a new one, but instead of going to 2 for my y value, I'm going to go to 3 because that's my next y value. And I change this, instead of going from 0 to 1, it's going to go from 1 to 2. And then I go down, I copy and paste again. My next y value is 5, so I'm going to change that to 5. And instead of going from 1 to 2, I'm going to go from 2 to 3. And I'm going to do that one last time to make this my last y value, which is 4. And I'm going to go from 3 to 4. And if I zoom out, you'll see that I've created my rectangles for my left-hand approximation Riemann sum. Each one is touching at the functions, or each rectangle is touching at the top left corner of each one. Now you notice that they're all different colors. If you want to make them all the same color, you simply go through and where it's on the circle of that particular bar, hold, and you'll get the color options. I'm going to change all of mine to blue. So you hold down on it and into blue, you hold down, blue. Don't just individually click it because it'll disappear. You have to actually click and hold and the option will come up, and now they're all the exact same color and you have the exact same left-hand Riemann sum for each of those.